Okay, trying this for a third time. First one I rambled on, second one I got interrupted. So continuing my answering the questions from my 500 subscriber video. This one's from Wise Monkey 8, or the Wise Monkey 8, and he, she, I don't know which because I didn't look, asks questions with regarding evolutionary theory. What mechanisms do I think will play in future millennia? Self-induced change, genetic engineering, biotechnology. And what do I see for the future, or where's humanity heading? Well, all these changes, the self-induced change, genetic engineering, biotechnology, already occur. People undergo plastic surgery. I used to look like Brad Pitt, but I thought I was just too attractive, so I had. Just kidding. Now I look like a cross between Picard number 1. Yeah, okay. So, continue with that. We already do self-induced change. I have bad vision. I use glasses to see. Glasses I need to replace because I don't see as well as I did 6 months ago. As for genetic engineering, a good example is recently they've used genetic engineering and inserting genes into some people who had a visual impairment. They lacked the ability to produce certain visual pigments. Basically, the gene shut down as they aged. It wasn't a very good gene, and well, they become blind because if you don't have visual pigments to receive the light and convert it into electrical impulses, well, you just don't see. So they were giving gene therapy, which allowed for the insertion of this gene, a functional copy of this gene, into their cells. And lo and behold, their cells started producing the visual pigments, and they've regained much of their visual capacity. It's not 100%, but even a partial percentage of an increase in visual acuity is a useful thing. Kind of like the whole argument about the evolution of the eye. You only need partial increments to be good, to aid the individual. As for biotechnology, we're doing some amazing things there. I mean, I don't know where we're going with it, but it's going to be amazing. Right now, I read another article, and some of these articles on like ScienceDaily.com. Some of them are from the Journal of Science. Sometimes I read things from Journal of Nature. But I think this one was ScienceDaily.com. The ability to produce fuel, not gasoline, so to speak, but a fuel that's like gasoline, which was a type of alcohol, directly from bacteria. Directly from bacteria. I mean, literally, the bacteria, they're photosynthetic. They ferment a food supplying carbon dioxide and produce this highly volatile alcohol, which can be used like gasoline. That's where our biotechnology is going. We'll be able to produce energy sources just from growing of what is essentially pond scum, and we'll probably eventually be able to produce some much less than pumping this stuff out of the ground. Not to mention they scrub the atmosphere. They take CO2 out of the atmosphere. I mean, you got like 2 positives working for you there. And of course, what I think he's really talking about here is, or she, is where's biotechnology going to take us for ourselves? Well, we have artificial hearts. They're not very good, but they're getting better. There's been the development of an artificial eye. I think it's a 32-bit sensor in there, so you can see outlines of shapes and whether it's light or dark. Hey, better than being blind. Artificial ears, cochlear implants. Artificial corneas, those are becoming very common. Artificial limbs, they've been around for a while, but some of the new ones that they're working on will have nearly the full dexterity of our limbs and will plug directly into the brain, so that these people will have full control over their limbs just like it was their own. Bionics are here, and you'll probably start seeing them. So all of these things, what does it do for humans in evolution? Well, it takes our evolution from the organic, from inheritance of genetic traits, to something that's, well, it's blended with the evolution of our technology. So we have genetic evolution and technological evolution intermixed in such a way that we'll never be able to separate them again in the future. It'll be a good thing for humanity, though it may not be a good thing for all humans. Some people will fight it. I have a feeling many of the religiously fundamental religious will strongly fight it. And then there's people like me that would, welcome the opportunity immediately to improve my genetic state, or to, say, have my eyes fully repaired and not have to worry about, side effects from the surgeries or whatever. Yeah, I'd take it right away. Or, the potential of living 5, 6, 7, 800 years versus 80. It might cause a division in humanity, a greater division than there already is between those who care about knowing and those who care about retaining tradition. In other words, scientists versus the fundamental religious. And then, of course, there's going to be a lot of middle grounders that don't care either way. They're just happy to get the brand new TV that will be wall-sized and three-dimensional in about 10 years. No joke. Check the technology on it. NEC, full three-dimensional view. Three-dimensional display without the need of lenses. So, pretty cool stuff. I don't think it can be really predicted very well, but these are just some of my ideas. Okay, the last one, I can make this one kind of quick. What's my take on Sharia law and the pedophilia that goes with it? Well, humans are capable of producing offspring usually around the age of 14, 15, give or take. In the past, that's pretty much the age most humans would have begun reproducing offspring. Go back 3,000 years, 5,000 years, 10,000, 100,000. But people of that age are not as emotionally developed as adults are. And that's just assuming that adults really are emotionally developed. I don't think so. But a 20-year-old is far more emotionally developed than a 15-year-old. And if a 20-year-old or a 40-year-old or whatever is taking advantage of a 15-year-old, well, in my view, that's just wrong. It's wrong because I have this moral view that, you can do what you want with yourself as long as you don't harm others. Simple as that. And I feel that would be harming the other, the 15-year-old. As for its take on Sharia law, well, mentioned I really don't know that much about Islam. Like I said, I've studied it in the past, but do I remember much from it? No. I wasn't that interested in it then. I was doing it for class, and I'm only slightly more interested in it now. I do have a Quran on my bookshelf, actually not here, but at work, which I open every now and then and kind of read a little bit of it. But I don't know enough of the history of where these things come from, so I'm just going to have to leave that be. So I hope those are okay. My subscriber base has increased by 100 since the last one, so who knows, I might have 1,000 soon and there'll be more questions, but hopefully it'll happen at a time of year where I have more time to answer them, so you won't have to wait, what was it, a month and a half, 2 months between. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna go. You guys take care. If I can find the mouse.